Okay, if you find this later, this is just a live stream. I'm going fishing in the South Branch of Raritan River. Never fished here before, no idea if the trout is here. But if you're watching this later, thanks. We'll see what happens. If I do catch a fish, I'll leave it in the description of the video. And if any of my sons are watching this many years down the road, I appreciate you guys still watching that fish. Let's see. Never been here before. All right. Well, don't know how deep this place can get. Hopefully not too deep. Oh. Hey, Demon. What's going on, man? Long time no see. I'm just going to start tossing this up the stream. I just got out here. I think they put some fish in. The only problem is if I get a trout, I don't know what my expectations are today, but I don't have a net on me. Hey, what's going on, Gilles? Hey, look at that. It's snowing. So I'm trying a new spot today. There's signal here. And I've never fished here before in my life. I'm going to try some different baits today. No guarantees. But it's probably going to be my last live stream of 2025. Because I'm going away soon. How's everybody doing? It's good to see you. Still no snow in Poland? I'm surprised, man. I'm very surprised. This is the second time we have snowfall. And I'm just out here in the river walking. I knew once I get waders, you're not going to be pulling me out of the river. Hold on. Let me toss this up there. What I want to do is I really want to get onto this bridge. Hopefully my signal doesn't die off. But I saw online they put a bunch of fish in. I'm not sure exactly where. They didn't say the spots. But there was like a memorial stocking for a guy that was widely known among fishing community. Well, Poland is the same as Ukraine, basically. It's in the same geographical position where I lived, and I'm gonna say it does get we did get some crazy winters when I was a kid. I'm gonna go with shrimp eggs though. I gotta switch this up. Oh wow, that was a far cast. That was nice. Hold on. Oh, whoa. It is cold out here. I'll tell you that. It's so good to see you guys. I missed live streaming. Gilles, ça va, Gilles? How's everything going, Gilles? We got 54 people on the stream. That's nice. We might catch a trout today because they did stock, and a lot of guys are not going to go out in this weather. You see how it's all snowy? It is cold too. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stand out of this bridge, and this is a good spot, I think. Not sure if there's trout out here right now. I'm still not sure if I'm going to keep a fish if I catch one, which usually means I'm probably not. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to walk onto this bridge. But if I catch a good one, I'll definitely keep it and give it to my parents. Let's try it. Maybe there's something right after that waterfall. Let me read the chat. I'm going to switch out my bait before the next cast. Hey, how are you doing? Jean-Claude Grizzly. No, If he writes in French, we're not gonna understand what he's saying. Yeah, tomorrow is. Yeah, Demon. Well, I was in the hospital last Thursday. I still got a post. I was a little apprehensive about posting my pictures of. I donated my. Promised you guys that for 3,000 subscribers, I was gonna donate my T cells for cancer research. So I did that. It was like a thing. I had to go meet up with a doctor. Had to get my blood tested. I had to sign off a million papers just to donate my T cells. And on Thursday, I went and did it. I don't like to get attention for that stuff because it's like I feel it's a little scammy to post hospital pictures. And so yeah, I did it. I'm gonna do one. I'm gonna do a post where I'll post just like a thank you to you guys. But yeah, I did donate. I did spend some time. It was a 5-hour thing because basically they take out your blood, they put it through a machine, and then they put it back in your body. But usually that process, yeah, it took about 5 hours. Actually, the most painful thing, you know what was the most painful thing? When they were taking out the needles, all my hair, because I'm a hairy individual, all my hair was stuck to the tape. Yeah, we're fishing for trout. So I've never used these before. These are called. What are these called? You just drop one. These are called like devil eggs or something like that. I'm gonna put 3 of them on. Man, my fingers are getting a little cold. I'm gonna put 3 of them on. That looks pretty good. I'll show. Yep, those are salmon eggs. These are made by a company. I was just using the what you call it. The green ones were made by Berkeley. Those are power bait eggs, but these are balls of fire by Potske. Everybody told me to try these, so I'm gonna try them out. I put 3 of them on. I got a little split shot going on and a little bobber. The bobber is actually made by Trout Magnet. Hey, Riley, salmon eggs, you're absolutely right. So I think they didn't say where they stocked the stream, but I'm pretty sure it's like around this area. So I'm not guaranteeing I'm going to catch anything, but we have a pretty good chance. And it's actually snowing right now, which is why I thought it would be beautiful to stream today. So I'm just throwing it in there. Hey, how's it going, everybody who's just joined the chat? I got Corey, Southdoor Adventures. What's going on, Corey? I got Carman87. I got Pete. What's going on, Pete? We got FJHR 6609. Yeah. So yeah, Scott, just to respond to your message, we are trout fishing. We are trout fishing in Jersey, and it is cold, but I got these half gloves, and I'm standing in water. Hold on. Wow, it's already down the stream? Oh, this water moves fast. Hold on. This water moves fast. Let me drop the depth a little bit. I didn't realize how fast this water moves. All right, we're gonna be about like 30 inches deep. We'll see. I'm just gonna keep casting here. So I do not know if they stocked this place, but this is a pretty nice place to fish. I've never fished here before. If I was a trout, I'd be hanging out here. Hey, Jason J, what's going on? Pete, no, I do not remember you. What's going on, Jason J, man? I appreciate you always coming into my chat. Ray Silva, Florida, nice. Paul White, Folks Wallace. Paul, so I actually lived in Bronx. My wife did a 4-year stint at the Montefiore Hospital in the Bronx. I'm sure you know that hospital. We lived in Country Club Bronx for 4 years. So I know that place. I know Boogie Down Bronx. We called it the Bronx. I lived there for 4 years, man. It was awesome. I loved that place. I mean, it was a little rough, but like nobody ever stole anything. Nobody broke into my apartment. I don't know what people say about Bronx, but we've never had an issue. My son was actually born in the Bronx. Oh, thanks for 6'7". Rip lips, that's funny, man. Yes, we are, John Joe. We are fishing for trout. We are doing some ultralight rod fishing today and hoping to catch something. What's going on, Kylie Roggs? I remember you, Kylie Roggs. Thanks for always coming into my streams. Yeah, it is the Bronx, right? Paul Wallace. That's funny, man. So yeah, we used to live in Country Club right by Pelham Park. I used to run in Pelham Park almost every day. On the weekend, that place gets busy though. Oh, you're from Long Island? Cliff, farm life. So yeah, my wife actually went to Stony Brook School, so I used to go visit her. So yeah, Long Island, Bronx, I know those parts. I used to go on the Southern Shore Parkway on my motorcycle to get to Stony Brook from Jersey. I do miss the food in New York City. Even in the Bronx, you could go to a nice place to get even just cuts. There used to be a butcher shop called Your Butchers. You can get whatever you want in one block. Seti Mio Tres Sold, 3153. I see you. How you doing, Luan? And how you doing, Lyra? We got some people in the chat. That's nice. And thanks for that. For those super chats. I don't know. I have high hopes today. I have high hopes of catching something. I don't know if there's fish here yet, but this is a pretty deep hole. I don't see anything yet, but I'm using these salmon eggs. At least it's pretty. Look how beautiful this place is. Look. If you tell somebody this is Jersey, they're not gonna believe you. And then you got that. Yeah, Southern State was cool. I enjoyed it. It's like you don't have any. They specifically built it back in the day, so you couldn't have any buses or 18-wheelers on it, with those low bridges. I really enjoyed my time when I used to go there. All right, I'm just gonna keep casting. You know, one thing I noticed about the difference between, the difference between these eggs, the salmon eggs. Oh wait, let me zoom out. I'm sorry. So the difference between the Balls of Fire by Podskaya and the Mike salmon eggs is that these definitely stay on the hook much better than salmon eggs by Mike. I don't know if they had some sort of manufacturing issue, but much better on the hook. All right, Chris G says, first spot I cast is across the river near the edge of the concrete structure. Hey, what's going on, Shannon Cargo? What's going on, Burke's Outdoors? Thanks, Burke. Burke, I was going to ask you, how you doing? How's your daughter? You guys recover fully? I remember you were sick. You surprised there is no graffiti under the bridge? This is Jersey. I'm sure there's some places where they put graffiti, but yeah, so what I'm going to do is somebody mentioned to start casting at the corner of the bridge. That's kind of what I've been doing. I'm going to get a little closer now. Now that I got reassurance. Wow. That's perfect right there. I just put that in the corner. Almost at the bank. Hold on. I'm actually kind of surprised. My bobber is not moving, which is not a bad thing. No, nothing yet, Michael. Good to hear, Burke. So you all healed up before Christmas, man. That's important. So all of my kids were, well, me and my kid and my wife were sick, and we're going away to Canada right after Christmas. So I'm kind of happy we were sick during that time. So we're not going to be sick during. Hopefully, we're not going to get sick on our skiing vacation. Hold on. Let me move a little bit, and this way I can read the chat again. Oof. I really want to get over here. 1 second, guys. You know what? I'm wearing wool socks in my waders, and I'm not cold. And the water's probably 35 degrees. So yeah, if you ever wonder, get yourself wool socks. Let me move a little bit. I just don't want to slip. I'm just gonna hang on to this tree right here. Oh man. Jeez. Now I'm slipping. Hold on, guys. 1 sec. Let me get out of here. All right. Hold on. Don't want to get my phone wet if I slip. Otherwise, I'm okay. All right. Let me read the chat. I want to put another. I'm gonna cast it in. I want to put another egg on after this cast, and I want to read the chat real quick. All right, let's see what you guys say. Hey, FNC, what's going on? Yeah, I know. You can't believe. I know. Rip lips. Nobody believes this jersey, right? Iron basket. I love fishing. Yep. Well, you're in the right place if you love fishing. You had no connection, Giles? All right. Let's see. Well, come back, man. We're fishing for trout, Michael Gray's son. Shannon Cargo, how you doing? Burke, are you planning to go fishing for? Can you still fish for trout in Maine? I mean, for salmon? Because I was wondering about that. Man, this is such a great spot. I wish. Hopefully there's fish here. Let's see. I was always wondering if there's a stop when there's a time where you can't fish for salmon anymore. Is it around December in Maine? So yeah, that's what I'm using. I'm gonna put one more egg on. I don't want to put too many on. I think outside temp is about 34, 35. So I'm gonna try it. Yeah, see, you can see my power bait eggs over here. Yeah, I'm gonna try putting 3 on. If there's fish out here, they're pretty big. They're gonna be at least 2-pound trout. So I'm sure they'll eat them. I'm using a size 8 hook and a 4-pound fluorocarbon. I think it's by Berkeley, Vanish. I've heard good things about that. All right. Just tossing it right in the current. All right. Let's see what you guys say. You were out. Yeah, Gene says 72, 74 said 7 a.m. Where were you fishing, if you don't mind me asking? I'm on the South Branch right now. But I heard they stocked a couple of days ago right around Ken Lockwood Gorge, so that's why I'm out here. Maybe there's still fish left. You stepped on a fish? Yeah, that's like a banana peel. Fishing and gaming? No, I'm actually not freezing. I'm actually standing in the river right now. It's not too bad. Actually, the coldest part of my body right now are my fingers. I gotta give a shout out to a couple of guys in the chat. If you guys like fishing, there's a guy in the chat who's almost at 1,000 subscribers, and it's Burke's Outdoors. He's a very good fisherman from Maine. He's also a fireman, a fire captain, and he has really good videos. I'm very surprised he's not at like 10,000 subscribers yet. I would check his channel out. And there's a bunch of other guys in the chat, like Jim from Punta Gorda. And if there's somebody else I forgot to mention, make yourself known. FNC, also a great channel. I really want to see Burke at 1,000 subs, because he's been working hard. I'm really surprised you're not like at 10,000, because you have so many good videos. And I mean it. I don't say stuff just to say it. Yeah, once I catch a fish, I'll warm up. Yeah, I know. If I do catch a fish today, that'll be a good day. I'm probably just gonna fish this spot and talk to you guys. Jose 489. We're from Jersey, baby. We are from New Jersey. I know it doesn't look like Jersey, but that's where we are. I wonder if there's any trout left over here. I know they stocked this place, but I'm not sure. They never said where they stocked. Maybe I'm fishing at the wrong spot. Next thing you know, we're gonna have a trout. Or at least a sucker fish. You gotta do it often. You gotta get out there. Hi, what's going on, DCP? By the way, DCP, check his channel out too. He just caught a sucker fish. I don't know if you made a short about it, but you throw up a picture in my in the Discord. I also like FNC's channel. I notice myself just losing myself checking other people's channels out nowadays. I get yelled at by my wife, rightfully so. I'll usually try to, before going to sleep, I'll check out everybody else's YouTube channel out. And man, you can spend like 2 hours, easy. All right, let's try casting one more time. I wonder if I should make it a little deeper, but I don't think I need to. I'm kind of tossing it right in the current and letting it. Huh. Hold on. No, I don't know if that was a fish, but something bit it. Hold on, we're gonna be back there. That might have been a bite. Wow, all my power eggs are gone. That might have been a fish. That's good news. Hold on. I'm gonna be missing from a chat because I gotta put some new eggs on. Whenever you have these half gloves, make sure you don't hook them, because it's such a pain. They're wool gloves, where they're 30% wool. It's such a pain to get a hook out of them. And also, when you get your hook out of them, you usually also ruin the glove a little bit. So yeah, gotta be careful when you're wearing wool gloves, not to damage them. It's also a giant pain when you're hooked in your own glove. I'm trying to, my hands are cold, so I'm trying to do this without putting my hands up. My hands are cold. All right, I'm gonna put one more for good measure. I felt like I had a bite. Ah, sorry guys, my hands are a bit frozen. All right, this looks good. So yeah, I'm using these new, I never tried them before, but people on TikTok told me to try this. Potskier pink shrimp salmon egg. They told me they're better than Mike's, and I've always been using Mike's. Hold on. That's kind of where I had the bite last time. Let's see if that was a bite or I just got hooked on the rock. Let's see what you guys write. Hey, Thule Trout Springs, man. What's going on? Thule Trout Springs, buddy. What's up? trout raiders. That little waterfall upriver probably got some hiding along the edge. Used pull trout out, dropping my bait into my hole. Yeah, I'm gonna make my way up a little bit. There's a log in the water here, but yeah, I'll try to make my way up. I'm so happy to see trout raiders in my chat, man. I gotta thank you, dude. Thank you again for sending me that amazing care package. That was really, really nice of you. I feel like I don't deserve it, but I was very, very, very happy to get that, and I'll definitely be using that to fish in 2026. I do have a couple of pieces with me. Maybe you can try them if something eats my salmon eggs. But once again, I did not expect to get such a beautiful care package. Andrew Belasso. Well, the only thing I can tell you is make sure you stay in school. Make sure you stay in school. No matter how hard it gets. Because the other options are no bueno sometimes. All right, let's travel the river a little bit upstream. Trout raiders, you're gonna be proud of me. Look, I'm using a 4-pound fluorocarbon leader. Give me a second, guys. Hold on. I don't know what I did here. I think I wrapped my line around the bobber, which is not good. Oh man, this sucks. Hold on, guys. Okay, fixed. All right, I'm gonna try to go a little deeper. Here we go. So now we're gonna be about 30 inches deep. Let's try that. I'm gonna walk up a little bit though. Hold on, guys. And then I can respond to the chat. Like I said, it's probably gonna be my last time fishing on live stream in 2025. Hold on. Oh, Tule Springs. I'm actually using your hooks, man. Look, I'm crawling over this log here. I just don't want to go too deep in the river. Oh, dude. Now I'm up to my waist now. Oof. Check it out. You probably can't see it, but I try to show you. All right, let me trickle up there to that waterfall, and that's where I'm going to be fishing. Meanwhile, let me cast that in over there. There's some big rocks in this river. Eesh. Snowing again. I'm trying to make it right to the edge of the waterfall and just cast along it. Hold on, guys. It's a bit tough because the rocks are really big here. So I have to make sure I have good footing before I... Ooh! And now I don't have good footing. Just went for a little trip. I'm kind of tossing between those two little waterfalls and letting it sit there. All right. Hold on. All right. I think this is where I'm going to stay. And we can toss it all over the place here. All right. Let me read the chat real quick. You got it, Burke, man. You deserve it. Like I said, I watched some of your long-form videos, and they're great. I like sometimes YouTube really confuses me because I'll watch some not a reaction channel, but I'll watch some channels that have over 100,000 subscribers, and they really don't deserve it. But whatever, that's just my opinion, right? I don't think I deserve to have 3,000 subscribers either. And I'll watch your channel, and like it's wholesome. There's a lot of good info there. The shorts are good, and I get confused. I don't know if that was a bite or not. I wonder if there's fish hanging out there. Hold on. Unless there's a tree there. Hold on, guys. I'm going to toss it into the current. I think there's some sort of a root system there because, oh, we'll see what happens. I'll just let it drift. Happy endings. I wish it was like deep in the water somewhere. Sounds like a song, maybe. I only need 3 more subs to be able to start the process. Yeah, if you guys are not subbed to Thule Spring Trout Raiders, especially my regulars, can you guys give him a sub? This is the guy that sent me the care package, and he definitely knows how to fish. He makes his own lures. Wait, let me show you the lures, Trout. If you were not there for me to open my gift package, I brought some with me just in case he was going to show up in the chat. Hold on, we got this. It's a little hard to fish in the river and display all the lures, but I have a little baggie here. Let me check. Give me a second, guys. I brought a baggie of Thule Spring Trout Raider lures that he makes. Where did I put them? That's a better question. Hold on. I don't want to sound like a liar, but I had them. Here they are. Here they are. These are all made by him. He has those CNC machines, aluminum molds. Hold on, let me pull this up so I can show it to you. Take a break, because I don't want to get snagged on something. Hold on, guys. Let me just hook my thing on. I'll show you the lures he makes. His name's Ian. I think I'm saying it right. All right, hold on. Here we go. So yeah, these are all different lures he sent me. And obviously he sent me multiples of them. I just took some of them out. But they're pretty good, well made. Like I'm amazed, not surprised. Look, this is pretty detailed. It has a flake in it. This is just like a small worm. I'm gonna throw one of these on. Maybe pink. Look at these little things. And they're perfect. They're perfect for microfishing and crappie fishing. And there's also ones that alternate colors, like this one. You can fish this on a little like 164-ounce jig head. So yeah, he sent me about, I don't know, probably like 500 of them. Well, maybe not 500, but definitely like 300. And they're all different. I'm just amazed by the quality. All right, let's throw one on right after the egg. I know it's not ideal, but maybe we'll get some trout's attention. So what I'm gonna do is I have this salmon egg here, and I'm just gonna throw this thing on. So it's gonna help keep the salmon egg on. And I've fished like this before with micro lures. Don't forget, my hands are cold. So we have the salmon egg for flavor. And this is it right here. Let's try it. See? I got the salmon egg at the end for flavor. And we got this homemade lure by Thule Spring Trout Raiders. And now I'm going to read the chat because I haven't been reading the chat for a while now. Yeah, the bag is small. EN. Okay, we'll call you EN. You got it. It's much easier for me to say EN than Thule Spring Trout Raiders. Let's put it that way. So from now on, you're EN. How you doing, Juni Fido? Wish I was psyched. Yeah, okay. Let's see. Good heavy current. What's going on? I'm Skier Props 6389. I'll try that one next, all right? IMSK GR Pops. Throw the fluorescent yellow one with the red salmon egg. Deal, we'll try that one next. I still have time. I can fish for at least an hour. And I don't think I'm going to freeze my butt off. And look, it's snowing. Isn't this beautiful? I'm trying to make my way closer to the Like I said, there's no guarantee there's fish left over here, but they did do a secret stocking about 3 days ago. I think this past weekend, and maybe this is where the fish went. They stocked South Branch. I'm getting either bites, something's going on. But yeah, somebody said the 6389 guy. Got it, Burke. All right, take it easy, man. And if I don't see you, I'm wishing you Merry Christmas to you and your family and Happy New Year. I probably won't be streaming till January because we are going away. All right, one more cast, and somebody suggested I use the fluorescent with the pink egg. We'll try that. I can't read his username correctly, so I don't want to butcher it. It's a little hard to fish and see. Jig the pink nymph. All right, what else? I want to go fishing so bad. This has really got me jealous. Okay, Pops, we'll get out there, man. It's a little cold right now. I'm obviously fishing in not in the best conditions, but you know what? Some days it's just if you want to trick yourself, put all your fishing gear by the door, and then you can just pop out. It's like going to the gym. Just get your gear ready, and next thing you know, you got time to go. All right. So one more cast with this, and it will go with the fluorescent. One more cast. I think that spot is pretty good, actually. Hold on. Let's try it along the current. I don't know if I got a bite. It's basically flowing right along the current. I wouldn't be surprised if we catch a smallmouth bass. There should be a bunch of smallmouth bass here too. Let me do one more cast before I switch up. But yeah, Ian, thanks again, man. It's very nice of you to give me this. Yeah, that rain did help a lot. Scott B Fishing, what's going on, man? Pete, I would love to use a spoon today, but I decided not to spoon fish today. I do have them. I really wanted to use the winter fishing. Based on my experience in these spots in Jersey, you kind of do lazy fishing with power bait or salmon eggs. But I appreciate, if I was fishing in October, that's something I would be using. I already bought these. Power bait salmon eggs, so I gotta now justify owning them by catching something. All right, so somebody told me to use a fluorescent one, green one. Let's do it. So like I said, these are all made by Ian from Vegas. His channel is. See, I'm giving you a shout out, dude. His channel is Tule Spring Trout Raiders. You know what I'm gonna do? Should I use this one? Let me use this one. This crawdad looking thing, and I'll put a salmon egg on top. Let's do it that way. So I'll use this, and I'll start with a salmon egg. Maybe even 2 salmon eggs. Oh no, I dropped one. Ah. Let's try it. Yeah, it's about 35, 34 degrees outside right now, and the only place where I'm really cold is my fingertips. Otherwise, I'm doing pretty well. I have really thick wool socks in my waders. And I actually scored a really good thermal winter thing at Goodwill couple of months ago, and that thing's keeping me warm. Made by Under Armour. All right, almost there, guys. I'm sorry. My hands are freezing, but I can deal with it. This hook was also sent to me by Tule Springs. I think it's a special Gamakatsu trout hook. Oh God, I'm embarrassing myself, but I really can't. One second, guys. I might have to start over, actually. I just have zero feeling in my fingertips. Wow, it's terrible. And I just lost both eggs. That's great. All right, stay patient. Stay patient. Let's do it again. This is just real life. All right, let's do it again. Doop, doop. Yeah, so like I said, I'm using these balls of fire by Plotska. Never used them before. I'm going out for a recommendation I got on TikTok because somebody told me that the ones I usually use are not as good as Plotska. So let's try it. These are also sold at Walmart. They're just a little pricey, more pricey. All right. One. You know what? I'm just going to put one egg on to minimize. So in the spring, what people like to do, they like to use these salmon eggs, and they chase it with a live mealworm, and have really good luck in the spring. That's what all the old timers use here. All right, so we got something that looks like this, and now it's properly hooked. We got a little split shot. Let's send it out there. You never know. This is because somebody, I forgot the guy's name in the chat. He told me to try it, and we're going to do it. And this way I can check the chat. And toss it right in the current. And we're just going to let it drift. The current is pretty strong there. You can see. And you can see the bobber slowly drifting right along the current. So actually going to let it go while I check the chat. All right, this is for you, Junior Pop 6389. I'm trying to, man. Yes, you're right. You're right, Ian. It was a trout stinger made by Gamakatsu. I never knew. I fished with Gamakatsu for trout all my life, and I never knew they made a specific trout hook. Hey, thanks, Shannon Cargo. That's really nice of you. Thank you very much for the super chat. That is very nice. It's going to only go towards fishing. I made a decision to make all my donations. I still haven't. I'm going to wait for a couple more months. And I'm just going to use my stuff for fishing supplies, my donations. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. It's very nice of you. Thomas, it says, if I can't cut your answering through the list, what do you recommend to use to count something through the ice? Well, what do you mean to count? Do you mean to cut through the ice, or I'm sorry, I'm just not understanding your question. I think you made a typo, which is, I'm a king of typos. That's why I'm asking. There's handheld cutters. If you're asking about cutting, you can go and buy like a handheld cutter for like $50, or you can find a used one. And there's like $200 buys you an electric one where you can plug your drill into. And I really want to get one of those, but not this year. Hey, thank you. Wow, thanks. Another donation. I appreciate that. That is very nice of you guys. I'm very appreciative. I was very standoffish on accepting donations when I started streaming, but I decided to use all my donations towards fishing gear and to return it as advice on my channel. So I really, really appreciate that. Thanks, and Merry Christmas to you. Oh, what do you use to catch something through the ice? Okay, hold on. Let me answer that properly. Now, for all intents and purposes, I am not an ice fisherman. I've never fished through ice. I'm just gonna tell you, I watched a bunch of ice fishing videos. All I can say is that people just I wouldn't buy a bunch of gear. Just make sure you're warm so you don't get sick because you'll never go ice fishing again. Use that one of those boring things. It's like it's super sharp. Don't cut yourself with it. It's like 50 bucks. And you use a tiny rod. You can go and buy one of those ugly stick rods, like a duck rod, so you don't have to have a special setup. Ah, I thought I had a bite, but it was a leaf. Oh no, look, it's a 3-pounder. I did get a hook set on it. Let me throw it out so the next fisherman doesn't catch it. But yeah, you got to use a small fishing rod. I don't want to give you the wrong advice, but I'm gonna say number one thing about ice fishing is make sure you're warm and you don't get sick because you can get pneumonia easily if you underdress for ice fishing. So yeah, you just use a small rod. You can go get one of those Dog Demons by Ugly Stick. You can probably use the reel that's on it. It's probably going to cost you $15, maybe even less. And I would say check where you are, your region, and see what people are catching through ice on Fish Finder, or what is it called, a Fish Brain, and use that bait. Otherwise, I don't want to recommend you anything that's not going to work because I've never ice fished. All right. Hey, Paul, what's going on? No, Paul, I haven't caught anything. Paul, man, I could never stand bobber fish in rivers. I'd rather bottom fish with inflated worms. Chris, well, you know what? I'll bottom fish just for you. Next cast, I'm taking the bobber off. You know, to be honest with you, all the fish I catch in the fall are usually without a bobber, so you're not wrong. Actually, the guy that introduced me to trout fishing in this river about 20 years ago, we were only fishing with without a bobber. So you might be onto something. Let's try it. Then I'll have to actively jig it though. Yo, guys, can you help out Ian from Thule Spring Trout Raiders? Please get him another sub. The dude is awesome. That's the guy that sent me all the free lures. He's actually I think he's a bit of a legend in the Las Vegas trout fishing community because a lot of people know him there. He recommended me another guy's channel that fishes with him. All right, the bobber is off. How about that? Now, if we get snagged, I'm blaming it on you. No hard feelings, though. All right, the bobber's off. So is the salmon egg is kind of gone. Let's try it. I do have a little split shot, so let's try it. Like I said, I still don't know if there's trout in this water right now, but if there's going to be trout, it's probably going to be here. This is the best spot for it. Yeah, hold on. Caught. My line got caught. I'm sorry. 1 second, guys. So yeah, let's try bobber less fishing. Paul, I haven't caught anything, but I'm really happy to see you, Paul. This is probably going to be the last live stream I can do this year. So I'm happy to see everybody in here. Paul's in here. DCP Kayak Fishing is in here. FNC's here. We're missing Ranyo. We got some new people in the chat too. Hey, Zion. Yo, you're from Jersey. I remember you. So we're actually fishing in South Branch right now. I know it's probably not the best river to catch trout right now, but I heard there was a stocking, like a memorial stocking for like some guy that was a legend in the local circles. I think they put about 200 fish in. So here we are. Just don't want to get snagged. Hey, what's going on, Australia? Water looks cold. Fishing. Paul, today I can't do that because my hands are super cold. I'm sorry. You see, it's snowing. You see the snow? But I'm basically just. I really want to do that, Paul. But I mean, we might. We might. You're probably gonna yell at me because I'm not gonna make it right. But you know what? I can put a little bit of Berkeley power bait on top of that lure I'm using. I'm surprised we haven't caught a smallmouth bass with that, because that looks exactly like a baby crawdad. All right, hold on. Oh, the only problem with this spot is that everybody fishes here, so I think because it's such a nice spot. So the fish might have been all caught. This is what happens in Jersey. All the fish get stocked around October 15th, and by about late November, it's all gone. Oh, Paul, you know who made this? You know who made this lure? Tully Spring Trout Raiders. Ian. Also, Paul, before I forget, when are you live streaming? I gotta ask you. Let me try to toss this out one more time. It swims great. I think there should be trout here. I mean, I've fished this river for 20 years and I've never fished this spot, but this spot is probably the best looking spot we can fish. I can go up, but I know they stock this. Let's see. In New Year, we'll go also to a lake with big trout. You're gonna try to spin her from Berkeley bait. Nice. Got it. Okay. If you're gonna do a live stream and you know exactly, oh, hold on. Nope, that's not a fish. Ah, I got stuck. All right. I really don't want to go in the water. I mean, I am in the water, but I really don't want to travel over there. Ah. Oh, I got it out. Oh, that's a great feeling. That is a great feeling, my friend. All right, let's toss it out. Let's toss it a little bit past the current, right by that bridge pillar. I'm going to move in the water a little bit towards the bridge. Let's try it. Oh, yeah. Perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. Just going to twitch it a little bit just in case. And slowly reel it back into the current. That's how we got it last trout. I was slowly reeling it. But if we catch one, it's definitely going to be big because they stocked pretty big trout here in the fall. And the water's too murky for me to see them. We just had a lot of rainfall in the past couple of days. Let me do it again. I'm going to toss it towards the pillar. Ah, wow. I actually hit that tree. That's hilarious. That is hilarious. I actually hit right on that lock. No, that's not a fish. Got a little excited. I mean, the spot itself is amazing. It's probably the best spot I fished all year. But I guess there's either the trout doesn't want to bite. All right, let me cast again. reel it really slowly. I'm going to cast it up the current and slowly reel it. Yeah, I got stuck. Okay. Now I'm no longer stuck. Hold on. All right. I lost my hook, unfortunately. Oh, man. And I lost my 4-pound leader. Give me a second, guys. I gotta. You know what? Maybe that's a good time to take a break and read the chat a little bit. That sucks. Well, I guess that's what happens when I fish without a bobber, but that's my fault. I should have moved a little faster. Alrighty, let's check. Let me just get the line out. I'm going to read the chat, and maybe we'll come up with a plan B. Maybe we can try trout magnets. Give me a second. All right, the line's back. Let's see what you guys say. All right. What's going on? I got some new people on the live stream. Wow, we got 100 people on the live stream. Wow. And I just broke my hook. Oh, everybody's going to leave now. It's a little hard today to read the live stream and keep up, but let's try it. All right. Let me find a hook real quick. You know what? Let's try a trout magnet real quick. I already have it. Where did it go? Okay, I almost lost it. Oh, I didn't want to. Oh, and plus, I have a temperature meter. You guys want to check the temp? Look at the temp. It has to work. All right, here we go. Let's check the temperature. So the outside temp, give it a sec. So Zion, just to answer your question about the stocking, they do private stockings. So a lot of clubs will stock and just not make it public. But there's a some sort of a memorial stocking at the Kenwood Lock Gorge for a some guy that used to fish it, and that's how I know it was posted. All right, let's check the water temp. The air temperature is like 38. The water temperature is 34. Wow, I don't want to get sick. So yeah, the water temperature is 34 degrees. So there you go. If you don't know, now you know. I'm gonna try to keep up with chat too. Hold on, guys. Just gonna throw a trout magnet on. Let's see what happens. And then we can switch. We can actually put salmon eggs on the trout magnet. Let's check. Yep. Yeah, Zaire. Zaire. Let me. I keep Zion. There's a lot of private clubs in Jersey that stock waters. Like obviously, a lot of them come from golf courses, like Fiddler's Elbow. I don't know if Trump's golf course stocks trout. They have Lamington River that runs along the golf course, but a lot of private clubs will stock the rivers and not talk about it, and then come and fish them. So you know that's why you can still catch brown trout, because the private clubs, they don't go to the state hatchery; they go to private hatcheries, and private hatcheries will stock brown trout, tiger trout. That's how I caught my first tiger trout. I accidentally walked in on a water that was stocked by a private club. All right, trout magnet. Let's see what else you guys. Paul, I don't want to. Well, I do. Let's put it this way. There's a lake here that's stocked, but it's big. It's Round Valley, and it has lake trout in it. In order to properly fish it, Paul, I need a boat. I do have a big kayak, but it's a bit of a trip for me. You know how I have to always be home by like 3 o'clock? That's my only gripe, because I work at night and I work early mornings, and then I have to be home to take care of my kids. So that's the only reason. But I'll try to change that in the new year. So I'm only limited to fishing for like an hour or an hour and a half. Sometimes. Wait, that's not a fish. How did I get snagged right away? There must be a tree there. I don't know how I got snagged right away. So yeah, Paul, it's really hard for me to do like a day fishing at a private lake. But then a lot of these private lakes are, you're just gonna keep catching fish after fish. It's kind of not like, they're so heavily stocked that it just stops being fun. But you're not wrong. I should probably do that with my kids. All right, toss that towards the bridge pillar. I'm gonna slowly walk it back. A little twitch. Call you Z. All right. All right, Z. From now on, I'll call you Z. Square group. Oh man, grouper probably fights like crazy. I'm sure guys from Florida will chime in. I've never caught a grouper in my life. It is cold out here. Yeah, dude, the water's 34 degrees. I'm starting to feel. I'm standing about knee deep in the water, and my wool socks only run up to my calf, so I'm starting to feel it in my knees. I'm like an old person now, which I am a little old, but it's getting cold. I just need to catch one more trout to end the year. We got 100. No, there's a tree I keep catching there. I don't. Maybe I should stop doing that. That's where I lost my last setup. Wow, we got 144 people in the chat. That's beautiful. If you'd like to, you can double tap that screen for a like. I can't guarantee you a fish, but I'll try. Hold on. Paul, you never know, man. Maybe next year or in 2 years, I'm gonna visit you, man. We're gonna go catch some sturgeon, like you do. Paul goes on a live stream, catches 9 sturgeon in one live stream. I think the biggest sturgeon he caught was 110 pounds. It's just wild to see that animal being caught live. In the new year, I don't know how to. No, Paul, you better not donate me the money. I'm going to turn off the donations in the stream. You can't do that. Oh, I just had a bite. That was definitely a bite. I mean, maybe I'm seeing things and feeling things, but I'm shaking a little bit. But I felt like that was a bite. Let me toss that again. That felt like a bite. That was definitely a fish. That was not. That was not a rock, because it actually pulled my rod. I mean, these trout magnets do work really well. Oh, you're from Florida? What's going on, Florida? Twitch. Yeah, the Twitch method works for me. What I'm doing is I'm doing it wrong right now, because I'm tossing it down the stream, which a couple of trout fishermen told me not to do. But that's just a bad habit that I learned years ago. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to reel it up. But yeah, Paul, uh, I don't know if we have any pay lakes. I think all the pay lakes are in Pennsylvania. If anybody in the chat is from PA, they can chime in. I know they have a ton of trout lakes, and I'm sure upstate New York has it too. You basically pay per pound, and you're not allowed to release the fish. I think if you catch a fish at the pay lake, because they know there's a high chance that the fish is not going to make it, you have to keep all the trout that you catch. At least that's what I was told. You have to keep all the trout you catch, and it goes by weight. So when you're leaving the pay lake, okay, I got it out again. Jeez. I'm trying to throw it up the stream and then have it come down, but it's a little tough. I'm getting snagged a lot. Hold on, guys. I want to get it past. There's a snagging point right there. I want to get it past and then drop it into the current and just let it slide through the current. That'd be funny if we catch something with a trout magnet. That'd be really funny. I'm gonna just go really slow and push it. That's why I had a bite last time. Let's see what you write. That's the worst part. I spend more on coupon line, little weights, and the hooks. I found an interesting device useful for checking spots. A hummingbird sonar bobber. Just cast it out and look at a watch. Huh. I've never heard of that. A hummingbird. I print screen what you wrote, Chris G. I'm reading your message now. So you're saying, so I do have 2-pound line on this rod right now, but I was running a 4-pound fluorocarbon leader, mostly because I don't have a 2-pound fluorocarbon leader. I should probably buy it. But I've never heard of a hummingbird sonar bobber. I did hear there's bobbers out there. Is that expensive? I mean, it sounds cool. In the spring, I will go first. The Wells catfish, March. Have all the new gear for at home right now. Yeah, J.K. Jones. I've never been to a membership lakes, mostly because I don't know. I know they're super pricey. What's going on, J.K. Jones? I didn't see you enter the chat, man. I'm sorry I missed you. If you said hi, J.K. Jones is actually an amazing fisherman from. I'm pretty sure you're from PA. You live right by Lake Erie, right? I've seen you catch some impressive numbers of perch on a live stream. Yeah, I'm trying my best. There's two things that are happening right now. One, there might be no trout here, which is quite possible, but I don't think that's true. And number two, they just don't want to bite, which is also hard to believe. The only problem now is I'm getting pretty cold standing in the water. The water is 34 degrees. All right, let me walk down a little bit so I can kind of cast it up the current. I'm going to walk into the water a little deeper. Oh man, I'm just happy to see all you guys in the live stream. It's really nice that you're joining. I really want to catch a trout, but my thighs are freezing up. I'm gonna try to get it. There's a snagging point there. I'm gonna cast it towards that column again. I mean, the trout magnet swims beautifully. It's not as pretty as the Thule Spring Trout Raiders thing, but it does swim nice. Let me twist it again. Okay, I basically almost bounced it off the pillar right there. Now I'm gonna let it go in the current. Let's see. You're heading to, let's see. Amazing people, please bring those likes. Oh, yes, thank you. If we reach 75 likes, that would be amazing. Right now, I'm basically doing cryotherapy in the water. So, yeah, if you go out with waders, I guess my main mistake with waders right now, I'll show you. I don't want to drop my phone. But you see how I'm standing with my hips in the water? So I'm only wearing like those, it's not even thermals under the waders. And I should really have like some sort of wool thermal. And I'm definitely getting cryotherapy right now to my legs. So I don't know how much longer I can do this. I'm going to try for another 20 minutes. Another option is to get out of the river and fish closer to the bank, but that's no fun. One thing I noticed that if I get really, really cold, I sleep well. I sleep like a baby after these fishing trips. All right, hold on. All right, that's a perfect cast. Now, got to catch a fish. I'm going to go super slow. No. I'm going to do one more cast up the current. My iWatch actually thinks I'm sitting. That's great. Keep snagging. There's something. I think there's a tree there. Every time I really want to cast up the current, let it come down and slowly retrieve it. But every time I cast up the current, I catch something. And that's why I'm discouraged from doing that. Uh, Paul, I didn't read the chat yet, but if you can, you should. That's the same spot I got caught before. God damn it! That's the same spot I lost my lure last time. That's why I can't cast out the current here. I don't know if there's a tree or what's going on over there, or maybe even a piece of fence. Every time I cast up there, I get instantly snagged. Hey, what's going on, F4C? I didn't see you come in. I'm sorry. F4C, man, you're the guy I wanted to see real quick. I'm in South Branch Raritan River, and I think there was a secret stocking, but no, that's not a fish. I'm snagged again. I'm doing what you told me to do. I'm casting up the stream and letting it come down, but I am getting snagged. I was actually talking about you before. Oh no! Hold on. Let me check the chat. Well, not a secret stocking, but I forgot the name of the guy. You know how they stock? Sometimes clubs will stock the Kent Lockwood Gorge, where you can only fly fish. Well, they were stocking all over. They stocked a huge. They stocked about 200 fish or 300 fish in South Branch of Raritan River this weekend. It was like a memorial to some. I forgot the guy's name. To one of the. I don't think he was a park ranger. He was just a. He was like, I forgot what he was. But anyways, they stocked like 300 fish, and they didn't say where they stocked it, but they said South Branch. So I'm out here in High Bridge, in a spot that I know, but we're not catching much. Hold on, I'm trying to make my way over there without swimming in the river to get my trout magnet out. Oof, it is cold out here. All right, hold on, guys. I might have to rip it off because I'm not troutling in there. Oh man. Yep. It's all. So, man. Let me travel back to the. Oof, I'm gonna warm up here. And I can read the chat. What's going on with you 2026? Yes, I was casting upstream, but that's where I was getting snagged. For some reason, in this spot, every time I casted upstream, I was getting snagged. Jules, you see the message? I go first from time Carp Lake. It's 4 acre with the minimum size. I see. You want me to throw a spinner? Let me see if I have a spinner. I am going to get snagged with a spinner in 2 seconds here, though. I know it's going to happen. The water is 34 degrees. We just measured it. F4C, you're gonna yell at me, but I really don't want to throw a spinner right now because I know I'm going to be snagged. Let me check if I have a spinner. I might have one. Hold on. Let me see if I have a small one. If I have a small one, I'll toss it because a heavy one will just sink right away. And there's a place where. Hold on. I'm sorry, guys. I'm taking a long time. I am cold. Let me see if I have a spinner. Got it. All right. Hold on. Do I have a spinner? I don't. Do I have a spinner? No. I have this. I have this jerkbait. What do you think about this? I usually don't fish with it. I tried it because there's a guy in the chat. I think his name is. I just call him Z now, and he told me they had luck with this. What do you think about it? This kind of jerkbait? All right, hold on, guys. Now I got it stuck in my glove. Hold on. Okay, you want to know on a jerkbait? Okay, how about this? I'm gonna just to appease F4C. I'll try it because he caught more trout in these rivers. Let's try it for like 10 casts. And actually, it's easy for me to put on the line right now because my fingers are absolutely frozen. So, all right. F4C is a local guy that, according to him, but he knows all the spots. So I know he fishes. He can't fish right now, but just to not disagree with him, let's try it. You never know. Do I think this is going to work? It might. If it works, I'll be on cloud 9. But I definitely know this is not going to get snagged. Dude, I just put up this morning. I'm getting rid of an air hockey table, and it's an old table, right? It's an old air hockey table. So my wife told me to throw it out. So I put it up on Facebook Marketplace for $20. As I'm fishing right now, my phone is going off nonstop. I didn't realize that people are so, and it's not a big hockey. It's not like one of those big air hockey tables. It's a small one that you buy at like Walmart. My phone is blown out. Hold on, my line got stuck in my bag. Why does it have to be like this all the time to me? Hold on, guys. Dude, it doesn't get any better than this. Hold on, guys. Stay with me. Why you do this to me, Timmy? Don't you love when a line gets stuck in the zipper? Hold on. And I can't. Oh, here we go. We got it out. All right, here we go. All righty. Let's try it. So we're gonna cast this for about 10 minutes. We'll see. It's just this one is made by Trout Magnet. It's just a jerkbait. Oh, let's see what the F4C wrote. For honesty, if it was me, I'd using nothing but Mike's shrimp eggs. So F4C, that's what we're using when we got here. I was actually using it here. Somebody told me to try these. I was using the Balls of Fire by Plotske, and you know this is the right color. And these are shrimp flavored, not garlic flavored. And I was using them for good 40 minutes, probably almost an hour. And I was definitely throwing them at the right spots and getting no bites. I think I had a bite on a trout magnet. I'm pretty sure that was a bite, but I didn't get a fish. Now, how do you like to fish the jerkbait? Do you just reel it or you twitch it? Oh my God, I am cold. I probably have about 20 minutes of fishing left in me because I am cold. I'm cold now. But Z told me there's another guy from Jersey here in the chat. He told me he went out with his, I think he went out with his dad, and he told me that all the trout they caught was using a similar jerkbait. So that's why I threw it in my tackle box. Yeah, didn't see it coming up. I am cold. I think my brain is freezing. I just wrapped that around my tip. Oh, great. It is very cold out here. I don't know how I managed to do this. Hold on, guys. Okay. All right. How about this? I'll fish for this for like less than 10 minutes. And if we get nothing, what else? And I've seen people catch. So, Ian, I know you're from Vegas and you guys fish differently, but I've seen guys in YouTube videos catch very good sized trout using these jerkbaits in Jersey. There's another guy, I think his name is Lord Almighty, and he caught some nice sized browns in one of his videos using one, but his was green color. I'm just gonna let it go down. See what you guys write. You might catch a smallie. Yep, that's true. Yeah, so FOC, the reason I ran out here today, my phone just keeps going off with Facebook Marketplace. It's amazing. I put that goddamn table on, air hockey table on, and the entire time I'm fishing, it's covering up my stream because my people keep messaging me on Facebook. It's like, I can't believe that people really want like an old beat up air hockey table for $19. I wonder if these are like resellers or what, but that table is tiny. Anyways, I'm going on a tangent here. Hold on. I'm getting distracted. All right, that was a good cast. Let's check. I'm also kind of twitching it as I'm getting. Maybe they didn't stock this spot. But at least I had fun hanging out with you guys and fishing different lures and baits. And we got to use Ian's uh, lures today. 2 different lures. I can actually probably cast this up the stream. Let's try it. Jeez. I'm telling you, my brain is working in slow motion right now. So, slow down. All right, I'll slow down. Okay, I should have probably listened to you guys first. Super slow, get it done, and barely put in twitch. Okay, my bad. I should have probably read the chat before I started fishing with a jerkbait. Before I made a fool out of myself. I usually don't fish jerkbaits at all. My son actually fishes jerkbaits. I'm a sucker for a jig head and plastic on it. Kind of like those jig heads that Crappy Man Jig makes. So yeah, that's why I probably didn't fish it properly. All right, hold on. Let me read that. No, I'm fishing South Branch. South Branch around High Bridge area. I didn't go to my usual spot because it did not have a good signal. I was only on 2 bars of LTE there. So I'm going super slow. I really want to toss it right under that bridge, start at the pillar and let us go down a little bit. I'm going to do that next. But yeah, if you guys are wondering why I'm fishing like a 5-year-old right now, it's because my brain is not doing too well. Not that it does well in the regular day, but hold on. Let me finish reading chat. Okay, Mark, I am going slow. Got it. Y'all fish lard, the almighty. I believe you, man. I believe you. I'm sorry I was going fast, guys. John T. fishes Delaware, only uses jerk baits. Let's see. Yeah, I wanted to, I don't. Okay, Mark Linkhart, I am going to fish slow, buddy. I'm sorry. Would you recommend ultralight bait caster for small trout? I don't know, man. I like ultralight reels. All right, FNC, let's go onto the bridge. Let me make sure I got everything. All right, let's zip it up. I'm gonna stop talking. Let me head onto the bridge. I'm not a bait caster fisherman. Hold on, I'm gonna move onto the bridge, and we'll just fish jerkbait. How about that? And we'll go slow. Oh man, I'll have a better casting spot there. I just don't want to fall into the water. That's one thing I don't want to do. Just went deep. Hold on. Oof. All right, let's go onto the bridge. If I catch a trout today, it'll be absolutely epic, especially on a jerkbait. All right. It's much warmer here. Let's go. Let me pull this out. Let me cast it up the stream. Okay, my brain is working normal, you know. Hold on. Make sure I'm not snagged. I'm going super slow. Oh wow, it swims like a. Wow, it swims beautifully. Now I know why they hit it, because it swims like a dying fish. It swims absolutely beautifully if you really slow. Hold on. Oh yeah. Once I got out of that deep water, I warmed up real quick. I'm reeling super slow. Hold on. You landed my PB brown trout on the 4-pound test line. Nice. I know about the flatboard. Hold on, FNC. I gotta make you a moderator. There you go. Oh, 2 weeks. Okay, Ian got 50 subs. Congratulations, man. Okay, Ian, you know what that means now, right? You see how terrible I am at fishing? You gotta start going live. You're probably gonna get to 5,000 subs in 2 seconds. All right, I gotta give it to the guys that told me to reel this super slow. I apologize I didn't do it earlier. It makes a world of difference when you reel it slow. Okay, and I can definitely see how the trout's gonna eat this. It looks absolutely beautiful. It looks much better than a gulp minnow. So what I'm doing now is I'm super slowly reeling it through the water column and just not a water column, but just water. You can see my hands shaking, not because I have a drinking habit, but I am cold. Just gonna give it a twitch. Maybe I came to a spot where there's no trout, but at least I learned something new today. I learned how to fish a jerkbait properly. It's pretty embarrassing. I don't know how to fish a jerkbait, but I just never used them. My kid though, he loves using Rapala. That's all he loves to fish with. He just says it's more fun. We are from country of New Jersey. NJ Wise Guy. What's going on, NJ Wise Guy? NJ Wise Guy, what exit you from, man? That's how we know where everybody's from in Jersey. You got to ask what exit. Although I don't live off the Parkway. Okay. I'm very happy people told me to fish this slower because it definitely swims much better. Oh, you're in Florida? You're like a typical snowbird, right? All right. Well, all right. I can do this for 5 more minutes and then I got to run because my kids get home early today. My kids are going to be home at 1. Man, once again, I wanted to appreciate people for telling me about fishing the jerkbait slower. I used to go fast. You saw how fast I was reeling it. I am using a Legalis LT1000. I don't know if the fish eat bait, but I hope they eat bait today. To answer your question, Old Wolf, I hope I get them hooked on my jerkbait. That's what I'm hoping for. Man, that jerkbait, I now understand why they catch so much fish. It looks better than a gulp minnow. It just looks beautiful. Hold on. I should not. My next purchase is going to be a bunch of jerkbaits. I'm going to make a tackle box for them. This one's made by Trout Magnet, actually. Not super expensive. You got to jerk as you reel. Make sure your rod is pointing down. Okay, got it. That's right. So real slow, jerk it. Am I doing it right now? Yeah, I was so caught up on fishing with the other stuff that I really never fished with a jerkbait. I never had luck with it where I fish. But I mostly fish lakes. Is this the right way to do it? Got a face rod down. Okay, there you go. Got it. Okay, let's do slow reel. 1, 2, 3. Got it. Let's try it again. Let me cast it out the stream. I appreciate you. I appreciate your patience. All right, so rod down, super slow reel, and jerk it like 3 times, just like super slow reel. Jerk, 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 jerk. All right, I think I got it. 14 more likes. Wait, I have 86 likes. That's crazy. Thanks. I feel like you guys are basically teaching a guy that never fished how to fish. I apologize, but I really appreciate you helping me. Hold on, let me test it out the stream again. This is really fun. I just hope I cast it into the water. All right, really slow, rod down, jerk, jerk, jerk. I think I'm getting this. Ah, it is so cold. I can't feel my legs. All right, I think I officially learned how to fish a jerkbait today. No wonder I wasn't catching anything with it when I first bought it, because I didn't know how to fish it right. Yep, I do feel it vibrating. Look now, I'm a certified jerk fisherman. I know. Oh yeah, I know. I know this bait definitely opens me up for a lot of dirty jokes. Oh man. Next thing you know, my wife's in the chat. All right, let's do it again. So rod tip down. This is great. You now you see why I spent 10 years in college. Real slow. This is the only way I can learn. People have patience with me. Otherwise, no bueno. Maybe there's 0 trout here, but at least we learned something. So super slow reel. I do feel it vibrating. Yeah, chat is on fire today. I was just, dude, I miss live streaming. It's a little addictive, to be honest. And it's funny I say that at my age. I didn't know what live streaming was up until September. But live streaming is a bit addictive. I kind of missed it. I'm gonna miss it because I'm going up to Canada till I think January 5th. Maybe my wife. Maybe I'll run out tomorrow. Hold on. Let's try a new spot. Maybe they're all here. You never know. Oh, it's so pretty out here. All right, rod tip down, and then jerky jerk. Let's see what you guys write. 10 years in college, learn how to do jerk. I know. That about sums it up. I definitely left college a meaner person than I got there. Mostly because I didn't know how to learn. Look at how beautiful this is, though. It's snowing. Can you guys see it? I caught a record 3-pound perch. Samuel, that's pretty awesome, man. I'm using a Daiwa Presso, the cheap one, not the air one. All right, before I forget, you think I'll get one here? I have to get a fish in the next 7 to 8 minutes. But at least I learned how to jerk fish. Dude, that looks so good in the water. I don't know what I was doing not using a jerkbait before in my life. It looks perfect because I know what it has to look like for them to bite a gulp minnow. That looks beautiful. All right, rod tip down. At least maybe I can catch a smallmouth bass. Hey, how you doing? What's going on, Ivan? They bite the jerk out of annoyance rather than wanting to eat it. The jerk in action gets them pissed. Oh yeah, Z, I remember you saying that when you guys went and caught that limit, when you guys limited out on trout that day, you basically said the same thing. All right, let me throw it right at the bridge wall. Ah, I am so cold. Oh, you heard that? That was right at the bridge wall. We are in South Branch of the Raritan River in New Jersey. No, we haven't caught anything, unfortunately, but I learned a lot of new things today. Paul says, after 3 short, you need to wait for like 24 hours. Yes, that is true. Yeah, Thule Spring. Ian, if you make shorts, they don't have to be amazing shorts, but don't post more than 3 a day. Like, look at my shorts. Some of them are absolutely brain dead. You know, I'd say post one in the morning, post one during lunchtime, and post like a post a night. The best short posted at like 6 p.m. And I guarantee you, every 1,000 views on on the short will get you 1 subscriber. That's the average I saw. F4C, thanks for helping Thule Trout Spring Raiders out. Dude, I can't even say it. I'm like so frozen. I can't even say words. Huh. I'm like Leonardo DiCaprio on the Titanic, dude. Except I'm just trying to catch a trout to stay alive. It's amazing. You know what? I'm gonna toss it. Yep. Oh wow, I tossed it right at that corner. Okay, we should be able to get something now. Come on. We got 4 more minutes I can fish. Then I really need to get to my car and start driving. Don't want to miss my kid coming off the bus. Okay, F4C. I'm gonna try. If Mrs. Orca lets me out of the house tomorrow, tomorrow is I have to be Mr. Mom tomorrow all day. I have a bunch of jobs lined up tonight, but tomorrow during the day. Oh! I just had a bite. I just had a bite, dude. Dude, I just had a bite. What the hell is that? Oh, dude, I just had a bite for the first time here, dude. That was awesome. It literally like I just had a nice bite. You know what? Ah, man. Well, unfortunately, I have to leave, but I might have to come back here to. I'm not sure if I want to bore you again here tomorrow, but I just had a nice bite. Hold on, man. I wish I could pause time right now and stay here for another 15 minutes. I'd probably get a fish. You don't have any snow at all, Ivan? Have you ever had a year where you has like it bit it right there? I had such a nice bite too. I can't believe I didn't hook a fish. You know what? Let me cast it again against the wall and wait for it to come down. F4C, I appreciate you, man. And Z, I appreciate you too. Just for being patient enough to show me how to use this lure properly. Because if you guys didn't tell me, I'd probably be fishing. That's probably why I wasn't catching any fish with it for all these years. That's why I've never used jerkbait. Wow, that was crazy. That was definitely a bite right before I have to go. And the current kind of takes it along the bridge and puts it over there. It's kind of perfect. I don't think we're gonna hit 100 likes, Paul, but I appreciate you're like the MVP, man. I always say Paul Van Wolfren is the George Freeman of YouTube fishing community. He always supports everybody, which is very, very nice. I'm actually surprised how kind people on YouTube are. I did not expect that. I spent 25 years on the internet, and people that I've met live streaming in the past 2-3 months have been the nicest and kindest people I've ever met. But I used to be part of the car community before. Oh, you got another son, Ivan? Well, congratulations. That's very nice, man. Uh, yeah, no, that's a blessing, man. I guess you're not going to be fishing much for the next couple of months. Congratulations, Ivan. That's a blessing, man. I really wanted to have a third kid, but it's basically not possible for us at this point. My Mrs. Orca is also over 40, so there's a lot of risk for that for us. But yeah, I wanted to have a girl. I only have 2 sons. Wait, is Jim here? Hold on, Jim, you're back. I'm so happy. Ian, aka Tulip Springs Trout Raiders, is going to be able to stream. Ian, now listen, man, I'm going to put you on the spot. You better stream, and you better tell us when you're going to stream so we can watch. I'm going to be in Canada with my family for the next, basically, Christmas Day till January 5th. But I'll make it a priority to watch your stream if you're planning to stream. This is my last cast. I don't want my kids to be taken away by the Child Protective Services if I don't get them off the bus. Today is a short day for us. But I'll walk and I'll read the chat as I'm going towards my car. I definitely had a bite. The bite that I had like 10 minutes ago was probably the most exhilarating part of the day. That was awesome. That was the first bite I had on this jerkbait too. All right, ladies and gents, I think this is all she wrote. I got to run to my car. But let me put this away. I just wanted to take a moment to say bye and thank people that helped me today. Well, thank everybody, really. Hold on. Let me try to get out of here. Oh, man. Wait, this might be an adventure. Look at this. Let me see if I can get around here. I'm still getting bombarded by Facebook messages about my freaking air hockey table. I'm going to pop out of here like a freaking raccoon. Look at this. Oh, wait. All right. Well, we're fishing out of that right there. Let me walk to my car real quick and get home. Oh, yeah. Definitely check out FN. I forgot your name, but I just call you F4C all the time. See you later, Jika Jones. Calypso Wobblers, maybe. I'll try that. I just got to make sure I find the right one. I'm running back to my car because I'm about 25 minutes away from home. 92 likes. I appreciate it. Look, guys, once again, I just wanted to thank you for working with me today. I know we didn't catch much, but you taught me something, and I appreciate that. If I don't see you before Christmas or New Year's, I just wanted to say Merry Christmas if you celebrate. Happy New Year. I appreciate all the old timers and all the new people. And, you know, you guys really lifted me up this year. I'm thankful for that. So see you guys later. And I'll catch you in 2026 if I don't see you. Bye.